Boys, 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 they hate me. Anyways, hi guys, it's me, Sydney. Today I'm going to be talking about boys. Obviously, if you didn't catch the drift and the title down below. But yeah, boys. They can be just as confusing as girls can. Honestly, I'm doing that so that, like, if I get a message, you guys won't see it. But they can be just as confusing as girls. I don't understand guys anymore because of a few situations that I've had with them. And guys think that girls are confusing, but I think guys are confusing, to be honest, because I've had multiple situations and they're confusing because each guy is different. And that's the same with girls. It's not the fact that we say one thing and mean another, it's just we're all different. That should be the reason why you're being confused. Not because we're saying one thing and meaning another. You should know, if you know the girl well enough, you should know when they mean one thing and not the other. So, just saying. So, I've had a few situations, obviously, that have scarred me for life. And here are some of them. Number one, I've had a guy come up to me and say, please say no, please say no, please say no. After asking me out, repeatedly he said, please say no, until I said no. So, obviously, I said no, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? This is stupid. Why would you do that? First off, if somebody asks you to, like, ask somebody out, like, dares you to, and you don't want to, just go up there and pretend like you're talking to them and pretend like you're asking them out and just ask them, hey, just can you please really quickly say no? Don't tell them why. Just tell them, please say no. I don't just yell it, I don't care. Please just say no. And if the girl asks you why, just be like, I just need you to say no. And so, yeah. I don't know. But just don't do that. Don't be a jerk. It hurts. Even if you don't like the guy, it hurts. Because it's somebody saying, oh, hey, by the way, I like you. Oh, no, wait, just kidding, I don't. So, don't do that. That's the meanest thing ever. Story 2. So, if your friend likes somebody, don't go up to them and be like, hey, by the way, do you like my friend here? Because sometimes their reaction might be way worse than just keeping to yourself. Because I swear, like, my friend, this has happened twice. My friends have asked guys if they would like to date me or if they liked me. And the first guy that I've ever, had somebody ask if they liked me, he was like, across the playground, he was like, hell no. I could hear it. I could hear it across the playground. I could hear him yelling it. And I was just like, oh, okay. That hurts. Ow. Thanks, friend. You're a jerk. The second time, it wasn't really as painful. And I actually think that going and asking somebody if they like you is a good thing because then you know whether or not they do. And so my friend asked a guy if he was interested in me, and he said no, he's interested in somebody else. And so, I mean, you can't force somebody to like you. It's either yes or no, they don't like you, or they do like you. So, I mean, you can't force it. Situation 3. I've had a guy who looked like a jerk, acted like a jerk to everyone. He acted quite nice and like a gentleman to me. Granted, it was 5th grade, and every time he asked me for like a pencil or paper, he'd do this. He'd be like, hey, Sydney, can I have a piece of paper? And I'd be like, yeah, sure. And he'd still be like, okay. Like, what are you doing? Because he sat next to me, because we had assigned seats, and so every time he asked me for something, he would sit there and he was, a lot of people hated him. They thought he was a real jerk, and he was a jock too. And honestly, he kind of was to some people, but he was also really nice, and I don't know if that's because he liked me or not. I don't know. I left at the end of 6th grade year, or middle of 6th grade year, to go to Michigan so that I could live there for an entire year and then move here in Texas. So I didn't know whether or not he liked me or not, and I will never know. So yeah, guys are confusing for that reason. I've had guys tease me in weird ways. Like I went to a vape shop a long time ago, and the guy there, I would ask questions and he would sarcastically answer, like, no, we don't do that, you can't have that, you can't do that. Even though it was a vape shop and everything that he said no to, I obviously could do. And he would occasionally, when he was off work and I would go in there and hang out, if he was there, he'd blow vape smoke in my face. I don't know what that means, but he kept doing it, and I liked him, but he couldn't date people that were customers, and so I just kind of booted it. I was like, okay, whatever. I guess that's alright. I'll just sit here and stare at you. Just sit there and look pretty. You'd be uncomfortable with that height difference. There was a desk where there was no chairs because you couldn't sit down, and he would get frustrated for standing all the time, so he'd then go on his knees and he would lean like this on the like surface, and it was tall enough, and he was tall enough to where he could be like resting on the thing, and he was on his knees. Oh my god, I couldn't be able to do that. No, you wouldn't be able to see me. I am 5'1". Yeah, that's why my name is Shorty Sydney, because I am short. The doctors say that I'm 5'2" or 5'3", but in their documents, I'm 5'1". Thanks, guys. So yeah, those are some situations that I've had with guys. They can be confusing. And sometimes they don't message me back, and they probably won't message you back, but that's because they're boys and they're probably playing video games or doing some weird stuff. I don't know their life. You don't know their life unless you're dating them, then you probably do know their life. But if you're dating them, you don't need this advice or story, I don't know what you call it. But anyways, have fun, be confident, ask somebody out, ask them if they like you. If they say no, it's not the end of the world. If they say no repeatedly in front of your face until you leave, then yes, it could hurt you. But anyways, I doubt that will ever happen. I bet you that they would just kindly say, no, I'm sorry, and then you're done. It probably won't be as dramatic as that. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I love you. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. Bye-bye.